Hey you, it's me, Nicole Phoenix Star, and this is the Nick Star podcast. Hello, hello, hello. So, I have been watching things change quite dramatically in the podcast world. I have been inundated in the last 3 weeks of people requesting to come on my podcast. And at first I was like, what the hell is going on? Like, what are you talking about? Um, and very interestingly, when I did the podcast around the spectrum between self-betrayal and self-support, it ramped up to a whole nother level. And the numbers of listens of my podcasts kind of went through the roof too. And I was like, what the hell's going on? And the more that I read the emails of people contacting me, I realized it was AI agents contacting me. There's been a semi-recent development of AI being able to go and listen to podcasts in arenas of, your niche or, certain topics or themes that are aligned with people. And it goes and listens to all these podcasts, hence, you get many more listens. And then it creates emails and sends out to said podcasts, introducing the person that has sent the AI agent to work. And I don't know, a couple of months ago, I did an AI course and saw this in the training. So that's how I realized what was going on really quite quick. I was like, hold on, I know something about this somewhere in the back of my thought files, some training module there from recent knowledge. And look, I think it's a great use of AI and way to find podcasts that, you know, are similar topics to what people are doing and, reaching out. I think it's a great use of AI. I have not got around to having guests at this point, and I've had lots of, real life offers and now email offers that are generated through AI. There has been quite a little bit previous to that, which were, obviously human assistants going through podcasts under, whether it's through themes or hashtags or being able to scour. And I know that that's kind of like a thing that people used to do, see what's going on out there. But now the efficiency of AI doing it, it's just interesting that AI listening to your podcast registers as a listen. Because those numbers flew up as the AI agents in the world started going out and listening to podcasts. So that's an interesting little piece. Um, yeah, and I don't know, like there were quite a few that I was like, oh, I'd love to have a conversation with that person, but I just don't have like a time or space right now I mean, I do, but I don't. I am halfway through school holidays and, obviously there is then another term without a child, but yeah, I'm in kind of a season of less is more, not let's put more on the plate. And I don't know, it's interesting. I had this conversation with Harley the other night around the shift in, the hustle, success, perception, and talking to others about that because currently he's experiencing the first real season of his life called Peace, Peace, and how, he is taking the time to just be in that without putting stress on himself or trying to achieve more or whatever. And how he sees a lot of people his age, hustling and at levels of stress that are wild. Um, and I've been trying to articulate a lot more of that for my own personal clarity in inquiry around this, completely eradicating conditioning of being defined by a working career or a label or a status or an achievement or a success or some form of doing. And it, when you lean into being, there is still some very faint programming running of, you sure you shouldn't be doing something more? And a dear old friend of mine um, sent me a comment about this to Rock, which I need to reply to you. It's the same thing, like living in the moment and that quite often feeling very quiet and spacious, and the faint noise in the background of, shouldn't you be doing something else? It's a funny little thing that really is just a form of a society construct around conditioning of being recognized from essentially your job and your working career. Um, yeah, there's so much I have to say about this because when you get to a certain point in one's evolution where there is nothing outside of yourself that, you know, is seeked from a form of validation or anything really, and there is this level of peace in the deadly silent quiet and any experience chaos. The idea of striving or grasping or doing seems to just collapse on itself. And, you know, there is this self perpetuating energy that, keeps you alive, keeps you fed, keep you housed. Anyway, I will find the articulation at some stage when I do. But until then, here we are. Anyway, the purpose of this podcast was just recognizing the AI agents doing hard work. Go them. I have no aversion to AI. It I'm fascinated by it and I appreciate it when I do use it, and it is all inevitable, and in all of the pushback and fear talk that happens with every new invention or tech coming or 5G tower or mobile phone, television, rock music, whatever is the next big impactful thing to society and people that aren't able to embrace change, get all squeezed and uncomfortable and make noise. It is going to be where it's going to be, and whether it brings utopia or complete human annihilation, it will do whatever it does, and whatever happens next happens because of everything that's ever happened. So, say la vie. All right. A little bit of a funny pop around on today's podcast, but that is all I have to say. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you. I guess you can reach out if you want to have a conversation. May not happen on my podcast, but if you do want to have a conversation about anything at any time, just reach out. I still work one-on-one with people. I have my ongoing group work, which is a closed space, and I work with people in the spiritual life evolution manner, as well as health and wellness, and the combination of all the things. So, yeah, if you do want to have a conversation and see if you want to work with me, or you just want to have a conversation, see what happens. That's all I have for today. And my website, which is always there and hosts my podcasts and a little bit of this and that, www.nickstar.com, NIKSTARR. Much love. Mwah.